Okay. I had to go back to the yard. Like, shit. I'm hurting. And I'm heading home. I got rain coming. Hopefully I beat it. I've been the rain on the other end of town. It's about to hit here. It's kind of that time of year. It gets hot during the day. It's humid. Brings out the moisture. And rains in the evening. That sort of shit. That's just kind of how it is. You live on the Gulf Coast. Any of you that do know what I mean. For the most part, it's evening showers. Like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the evening. It's a little past that. You'll have a few stragglers coming through. But it'll be like a 20% chance of rain. But somebody's going to get hit with a fucking gully washer. You know? And that's just how it is. It's the South. It's what it is. What are these cars parked on the side of the road for? Is he fishing? He might be fishing. There's been some cops up here too. I watch for them. Don't know what they're doing. It's like, I need to write a ticket. Everybody drives 80 and a 35. Should be easy. That's kind of how the cops are. Always goes through my head. Watch for the gravel going through. That's why I say it so much. But gravel and mud and deer and hogs. I kind of wish this was a good road. Like, you don't see the roughness in it. You can kind of see my handlebars and stuff going up and down. That sort of thing. And some of it just gets that real washboard texture to it. But you don't see the real texture. The camera doesn't pick up everything. It sees stuff that you don't see. And you see stuff that it don't see. It's not a human eye. But if this was, done right, the road, just going through these little curves right here, oh my god, how much more fun would that be? You could just kind of roll it open, lean into it. Be worried about them corners. In and out. And this right here, just a sharp left. This you don't want to get going too fast for. It's a little better. I think some of the equipment's kind of flattened it out. It's also blind. You can't see around it. And, well, like, see that truck right there? Sometimes it'll be a fucking 18-wheeler. You don't see shit till it's too late. Like, what the hell, dude? And this is all rough. It'll take your wheel off the ground. I know, because it did mine. So I'll go through there slower. Hopefully I don't have to use my right foot too much. Because that knee's already starting to swell. Cop was sitting up here yesterday. Nice straight road. I mean, you got cows on either side. You got all kinds of shit, No need to go too fast. Hogs come out of the weeds. Back there, about 2 miles behind me, there was a truck in the ditch, and I think there were 3 cars in the ditch, and there were 7 hogs just like splattered out across the road, and I think another few in the ditch. And they came through there. It's like the hogs, the cars are going one way, the truck's going the other way, and they all just plowed into those hogs. Yeah, those will mess you up. I don't know which one hit the hogs first, but that wasn't a good day for anybody. There's the UPS guy. He's right there. I don't have much charge on my phone. GoPro's got charge, so I don't know how long it'll record after the phone dies. If the phone dies. I don't know. I don't know anything. That's the conclusion I came to in life, is I don't know anything. Everything I thought I knew, I probably don't know. It's probably some bullshit. We're not as smart as we think we are. Oh, you know that school testing they made all of us do like every 2 years or what have you. I was always one of the kids that got a special treat because I scored so high on it. Like, okay, I actually got to go see a movie. That's not nothing that we really did. Of course, the school takes you to go see a movie, and you know, it's like Care Bears and shit. When I got a little older, I can't remember what we did. I know junior high, I think they just had like a party for us or something in junior high. So yeah. I didn't see very many movies at the theater growing up. I got to see Ghostbusters when it came out. You know, other than like school or kindergarten taking me to see some cartoon shit. But like I said, that was usually like Care Bears or something in like the early 80s. But I saw Ghostbusters at a theater when it came out. Next movie I saw was Rambo. Was that Rambo 3? Where he's fighting on the side of the people that we would be fighting against 20 years later. They were the Mujahideen then, and then they became Al-Qaeda. So, yeah, square that circle. Turns out we arm the people we fight. You just arm them a decade or two before. You know. So who do you want your kids to fight? That's who we're going to arm this year. Whoever we're arming right now is probably who your kids are going to fight in some proxy fucking war. I mean, if you think about it. Well, what weapons does the enemy have? I don't know. Let's check the receipt. Good Lord. I don't know what I was talking about. I hit my head pretty good today. Landed on my elbows, my head, and my knee. I think my knee took the worst of it. Nice stop sign, motherfucker. Good Lord. See, I'm glad I wasn't opened up and flying through there. That's a nice curve. You can actually kind of lean into it. If I'd have done that, I'd have probably met that pickup or Suburban, whatever the fuck it is. It's a thing in front of me with a thing behind it, a trailer thing. And I would have probably met them. Motherfuckers. And I know on the video it's gonna look like they're so far away. We all know what the video does for distance and shit. And yeah, I didn't really have to slow down that hard because I wasn't really getting into it. But imagine if I was. Imagine if I just said vroom, and that thing up there pulled out in front of me. Motherfucker. I'm not in a good mood. It happens. It surely happens. I don't know if my phone will be on tomorrow. I'm trying to put off the payment that's supposed to be paid today. I had a payment arrangement to pay it today. But tomorrow, because you have the, 24-hour leeway thing with the account, and I'm waiting for a couple of other things to say that, they're not pending, they've posted, because you know what the bank's going to do. The money's not in there. And they're going to pay the big thing first. Because you know how you got to pay your bills. You want all the other shit to clear, and then you pay the big thing. Because you know you're probably going to pay an overdraft fee on the big thing. So you take out your cash at the beginning of the week, that sort of stuff. And, ow! God! That's not good. That hurt. Are you turning? Please say you're turning. Are you turning here? Are you going straight? What are you doing? Here's a clue. Turn your blinker on before you fucking turn. And it gives people an idea of what you're going to do. Instead of turning it on as you're turning. If you turn it on as you're turning, you might as well not even use the motherfucker. In fact, I like the son of a bitch that doesn't use their fucking turn signal a whole lot more than the motherfucker that turns it on as they're turning. Because what's the point? You know what I mean? What is the point? You might as well not even turn it on at all. But, like I said, I'm in a bad mood. I'm a little bitchier than normal. I'm just tired of shit. Tired of shit breaking and shit not getting fixed. It's like, I can fix it, just give me the fucking part. I don't know. I'm gonna be out of town tomorrow night. For those that don't know, I don't post things on the day usually, unless I'm doing a live. Yeah. I don't want people to know exactly where you are. There's weirdos. Like you're traveling, like all of you getting ready to go to Forgotten Angels and all that stuff. I mean, if you're a dude, it may be different. But it's not a good idea unless you're doing a meet and greet at a specific spot. Like you're some big fancy YouTuber, not like the rest of us plebes down here. But if you're just whoever and you're traveling out there, posting your exact location just due to the psychos is not a generally good idea. And there are psychos out there. They're crazy people. And most people don't do that. I know some other people have talked about they don't post exactly where they're at. Because there's people that'll go out there and try to run into you, try to meet you, what have you. And people you don't even know catch feelings. It's like, what the fuck? So, yeah. Post that stuff a little bit later. Wait a few days. You don't have to vlog the whole thing as you're going out there. Or you can. I mean, you can take that risk yourself. we're hopefully all adults. If you're not an adult, why are you traveling the country on a motorcycle going to a biker event? You have people that bring their kids to shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? I know there's a lot of cursing. I'm a truck driver, okay, and right now I'm in pain. So if you have a problem with the language, fuck off. I don't know. I'm trying to beat the rain. I'm trying to get home. I'm fucking hurting. If there's people, it's like they'll bring their kids to a pride event, and are you retarded? And it's usually not like it's not GLBT fucking people. Ooh, look at all the clippings all on the road. I found this amazing trick. When you run into the clippings, you go around them. Seems to work very well. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, it's always some straight chick with fucking pink or blue or whatever the fuck color hair. That's a nice car. And she's trying to be fucking inclusive. Why don't you include your ass somewhere it's more appropriate? I mean, they got pre-op trans men walking around with tape over their fucking nipples and no shirt. I don't even want to see that shit. Why the fuck do you want to bring your goddamn kids to it? It's the same with, like the biker rallies and shit like that. Adults want to do some adulty things, It's not kid appropriate. But that being said, like, I'll probably be at the Lone Star rally because it's right down the road. And if you're going to go down there, you're going to bring your kids. They do have, go in the daytime, don't go at night. And the seawall is fairly kid friendly for the daytime. I don't know the time that the Strand is actually kid friendly. I don't think I'd take your kids down there. Definitely do not take them down to the Strand at night. Just don't do that. Because like I said, adults want to do some adult things, and you don't need to bring your spawn with you everywhere you go. Oh, it's cool. We're going to a biker event. Daddy bought a bike. Yeah, leave the kids at home. Find a babysitter. No, I've only been to Forgotten Angels once, and it wasn't a bad place to go. I didn't see anything inappropriate there while I was there. In fact, I felt like it was a very safe place to be, And there were people there that if anybody did anything inappropriate, I'm sure they would have had a problem with it. Wonderful people. Some very, very good friends that I made there. So glad I went. Sorry about that. But even they don't want you bringing little kids out there, So it was also, there wasn't a whole lot of people there. It was right after a hurricane when I was there. That messed everybody's plans up. Which kind of worked out good for me you know, less crowd. But then you go someplace like the Crater Rally, and I left that place thinking that there should be a age limit on going topless, because somebody's grandma's gonna have some sunburnt fucking nipples. I knew he was turning right here, either right or left. I wasn't going to go around him. That's like that common sense shit. There's just some things you don't need to take your kids to. You know? You're someplace where you're waking up to the smell of bacon, sausage, and weed. It's probably not a place you need to bring your kids. Although that does need to be a candle. Somebody has got to make that smell in a candle, because it is a wonderful fucking smell. I loved it. Unfortunately, the only thing I can partake in that is bacon and the sausage, because I have a CDO and I have to do drug testing and stuff. If you partake in the devil's lettuce, I don't hold it against you. In fact, I think it's a lot better than a lot of the shit the doctors, actually most of the shit the doctors want to give you. You know? Imagine if instead of giving everybody Oxycontins and telling them it wasn't addictive. Why am I already in fourth? I don't know. But imagine if they wouldn't have done that. You know, because y'all remember when everybody's like, it's not addictive, the doctor said. And you gotta remember, some people aren't very smart. You know, I'm thinking, this is an opiate? Yeah, it's addictive. You know, and people got hooked on shit like that. I think the pharmaceutical companies, there's people there, the way they were pushing the doctors and the doctors themselves. A lot of people really needed some jail time for that. We got the pill mills and all that shit. Instead of prescribing all that shit, what if the doctor said, smoke this and call me in the morning? Here's some gummy bears. Take a quarter of a bear. See how that feels. Wait a little bit. It's going to take a while to get kicked in. You know, kick in. That's what screws people up with edibles, is it takes a little bit. And I also have a little bit of a problem with the edibles looking so much like candy and shit. Just due to kids. There needs to be some kind of separation. You know, people go home and that's really the only problem with weed. I have a sister who's allergic, by the way. That'd be the other problem, but the only real problem is people leaving shit like that out and like their kids getting a hold of it. And those parents need to be like flogged publicly just for the enjoyment of everybody else, and can walk by, throw a tomato at their face while their head's in their act, call them a dumbass, that sort of thing. But you know, I don't know, we've been making brownies for years. You know, kids like brownies. Keep your fucking edibles away from your kids. Maybe there's just some people that shouldn't fucking breed. I don't know. We all do know. There are some people that shouldn't fucking breed. I would put my leg up there on the bars, but I don't know if I'd be able to get it down if I need to use it. Like if somebody else gets the fucking stop sign pulling a trailer, you know, and I gotta get on both the brakes. which is another thing. Don't fucking lay it down. I'm sure there are a few instances where you're safer laying it down, I'm sure. But in the vast majority of all instances, you're better, because when you lay it down, you're actually going to speed up for a second. And if you hold it, you can slow down more, lessen the impact. And even if you didn't lessen the impact, you're much safer colliding with the vehicle than you are going under the vehicle. And of course, we all know what the "I had to lay her down" bullshit is. That's not "I had to lay her down." That's somebody reaching up here and grabbing, oh shit, and grabbing a fistful of fucking brake. That doesn't work out too well, does it? You know? Because you're going to enter a club that has a pretty steep entrance fee. You know what I mean? You still got that gravel. Yep, that patch right there. It's all fresh blacktop though. We'll be doing that for a little bit. It'll be doing that for a wee little bit. Just for a wee bit. Where was I? I think I was talking about dumbasses. I don't know. But no. Yeah, some people shouldn't fucking breed. You know, and oh yeah, bike accidents. Yeah, I'm in that club. That was a steep entrance fee. I guess once you're in there, you're in there. We've all got a limp. That's another thing. I went to the rally and I saw so many people with the same limp that I have. We've all got the same limp for the same freaking reason. This wonderful magic machine that I'm on right here. That is why we have the limp. It went down. We hit something. Something hit us. Some of us were missing appendages. I was fortunate enough to save mine. It took a few months. They were going to take it because of the infection. My leg. Now I just have a permanent space boot that I can walk on. That's what it feels like. But once again, how much better would the world have been instead of giving everybody all these highly addictive fucking opiates and causing a crisis than China was able to take advantage of with the fentanyl and crap. You know, so now we got an opiate problem with the fentanyl, which is an opiate still, I do believe. And yeah, just smoke this and call me in the morning. And all these weird drugs have an effect on the brain. And I'm not saying weed does not have an effect on the brain. It does. Sometimes not for the better. But it's better, like, if you're gonna do mind-altering shit, I honestly think shrooms are better than the crap the doctors are giving you. I mean, you're sitting out in a cow pasture talking to Jesus. You know? From what I hear, that works a lot better than taking a fucking pill every day. I'm not going to go any further than that. Probably not a good idea. But a lot of people do that like once or twice or every once in a while. It's not something you always need. It takes all the ego out and separates you, and people quit smoking, they quit all kinds of crap. Doesn't that sound better than taking some drug that's supposed to keep you from killing yourself, that has a side effect of may cause self-deletion type thoughts, Isn't that why you're taking it, so you don't do that? Hopefully not to other people. Meanwhile, you're being brainwashed by the thing you're probably watching right now. Can't put it down, laying next to your significant other in bed, and they're like, pay attention to me, and you're paying attention to YouTube and Instagram and all that, letting the world rewrite your brain with easy dopamine. And that's the drug right there. Your body produces the drugs. The physical ones are just access, And you're getting those hits and those likes, and they're telling you all kinds of weird stuff that you forgot they told you. And they're just right in your brain. They're taking it apart. They're forming your opinions. Now we have the chat GPT and all that. Your doctor went to school on chat GPT. He didn't learn the information. The computer learned it for him. He gave no effort. And now he's going to treat you. We're fucked. We are so fucked. We are so fucked. I'm not gonna stop. I'm just gonna go home. I'm tired. I'm hurting. I may not be able to get back on the bike. Too many people in this world. People say you should have a big family. Some people say you should only have the number of kids you can afford. Well, I hate to tell you this, the number of kids you can afford is 0. Unless you're just like freaking rich or something. For the rest of the world, the number of kids you can actually afford is 0. I don't think you should have 14 freaking kids. What was it? Isaac Newton said you needed to have at least 4 kids to maintain the population. But the infant and childhood mortality rate was a lot higher. People lost half their kids. We don't lose half our kids now. Thank God. I don't wish that on anybody. But then we also put warning labels on shit. And, yeah, that Darwinism thing ain't working no more. Because those people are surviving. We put warning labels. So idiots don't do stupid shit. Anyways, I'll catch y'all later. You're all awesome. Love you all. But adios, file con Dios. Nashla. Ciao. Pieces, yo. I'll catch you later.